So tell me, what is an IEP?
Well, an IEP is an individualized education program.
Really, what's that mean?
That means this is a legally binding document that spells out exactly what special education services your child will receive and why. It will include your child's classification, placement, services such as one-on-one aid and therapies, academic and behavioral goals. A behavior plan, if needed, will have a percentage of time in regular education, and progress reports from teachers and therapists will be given. The IEP is actually planned out at a meeting.
Wow! Really? What's the significance of an IEP then?
Well, an IEP creates an opportunity for teachers, parents, schools, administrators, related services personnel, and students, when appropriate, to work together to improve educational results for children with disabilities. The IEP is the cornerstone of a quality education for each child with a disability. Each IEP must be designed for one student and must be a truly individualized document.
So what are the actual components of an IEP?
Well, there are many of them. 5 of them being: 1, statement of a child's present level academic achievement and functional performance. Another is the statement of measurable annual goals, academic and functional. There's a description of how the child's progress towards meeting the goals will be measured. There's a statement of the special education and related services, supplementary aids and services, and there are many program modifications for the student.
Hey, all right, I've got an example of an IEP. It says about the strengths of the child, concerns of parent, evaluation results, academic, functional, and emotional needs of a child, communication needs, assistive technology needs, supplementary aids and services, program modifications. Is an IEP a child-centered?
Yes, it is very child-centered. There is actually a student's IEP team, as they call it. There's an IEP team for a student. All right, this includes obviously the student, but also a special education teacher or provider, a person who can interpret evaluation results. Others with knowledge or special expertise about the child will be included. Obviously, the parents are there, and the transition services agency representatives will be present, along with a school system representative and a regular education teacher.
So what types of services and agencies do we have available?
We have many. One being that parents have the option of acquiring an attorney to help in the IEP process. There are attorneys that are specifically dedicated to special education.
I might just as well check out the Department of Education, I think.
I think we should too. Let's go there. The Department of Education is a huge helpful resource for students with IEPs. It has a guide to the individualized education programs developed by the Department of Education. It can be found by the link below. What is in that link? Well, let's find out.
And now we're going to go to our Australian correspondent.
Hello.
Hi, can you tell us more about the Department of Education and what they have to do with IEPs?
Of course I can. Step 1. Child is identified as possibly needing special education and related services. Step 2. The child is evaluated. Step 3. Eligibility is decided. Then, there are more steps such as Step 4. Child is found eligible for services. Step 5, IEP meeting is scheduled. Step 6, the IEP meeting is held and the IEP is written. Step 7, services are provided. Step 8, progress is measured and reported to parents. Step 9, IEP is reviewed. And the final step is when the child is re-evaluated. The Department of Education really loves to work with IEPs. That is why we have 10 steps for it.
Thank you so much for that information. Now we're going to go to our India correspondent in India, who's going to tell us more about Rights Law.
Rights Law is an advocacy group whose goal is to provide resources to special education students so that they can reach their full potential. They provide free articles, publications, and links to other resources.
Thank you so much.
For additional resources, please go to the following links for IEPs.
This concludes the IEP segment and the process and its role in the current education system. Please stay tuned for more, and we'll get right back to you soon.